Hey guys, how are you? Good. We're doing a black and white video. Welcome. We're gonna do a quick reading. Raise your hand if you're super excited with retrograde right now. Here we go. So this is gonna be a reading. What's on my days, guys? Okay, this is not gonna work, you guys. Everything is just gonna be what it is today. And let it be what it is. Okay? Okay. So this is gonna be a reading. We're gonna do a reading for honestly, we need to do a Sagittarius reading. So we're gonna do a Sagittarius reading. This is gonna be for my Sages. This is gonna be for my Sages, my Sagittariuses. Let's do a reading for Sagittarius. Yay! Sag doesn't want to fight anymore. No more fighting for Sagittarius. Yay! No more fighting over finances. We're taking responsibility to our own hands. Oh, awesome. We're no longer looking in a way of lack, Sagittarius. Fantastic cards, babies. Oh gosh, we are hearing the truth. We're moving forward. Yay! Yay, 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 yay. Go Sagittariuses. Sag. Let's go, Sag. Oh yes, we're realizing we could do it on our own. Do it on our own. Ooh, something just changed, Sag. Wow. You literally just had the Four of Cups, which is feeling like you're not enough. And it literally just flipped in my hands to show me, my guides wanted me to be able to see your guys' transformation and your new passion and excitement. Yay! Sag, this is the most fucking fantastic reading of all time. What is happening in the world? Oh my gosh, Sag, you guys are kicking ass and taking names. Nice work. Wow, I'm so fucking proud of you right now. I don't even know what to say. Sag, I feel like we need to just, keep reading. On the contrary of, it's usually like an hour-long reading of me, like, yelling at you guys. But the transformation is so fucking amazing that there's no point in me even saying anything. Like, you guys are just doing amazing. You're kicking fucking ass and you're taking names. You're realizing that at the end of the day, you're the fucking bomb.com. It looks like there could be there was a past relationship or it was marriage. It was a past romance, marriage. I don't know why I wanted to say romance, because we do have the Four of Wands reverse out here. That is something in the past. We also have the Knight of Wands in the reverse, with the Four of Cups in reverse, and with the Five of Wands in reverse, which lets me know that we are releasing those things. They're not something that's torturing us in any way, shape, or form. We're definitely being passionate about our new endeavors in front of us, and or we're taking the steps that we need to take for us, trying to battling every day, right? Because it is what it is, right? Our shadow, and we're fucking kicking ass and taking names. I know you guys have literally been not enjoying things, we are not enjoying things that happened before for once for us, and we are no longer fucking worrying about that anymore. Sag, we are fucking moving forward. Fantastic. That makes you so happy, because I was really scared on Saggies for the retrograde. Spirit, what do we need Saggies to know from this point forward? What are they here to know? What do they need to know? Your Spirit just wants you to make sure, Sag, that you for sure are focusing on pushing forward with what you're doing, remembering that you allow yourself the passion that you need to move forward. So no one's going to be able to give that to you, okay? Cool. We're releasing an Aries. We're no longer going to be foolish about an opportunity, and or we've redirected our focus. Someone that essentially we thought was on our divine trail, we're realizing they're not, because they don't know how to come in with the truth. And they leave us really, really sad. Because, yeah, they think that, yeah, because apparently they're like having third parties and then thinking that they're going to make money off of these things. What a fucking idiot. I'm so sorry, Sag. Lord knows I've had to deal with the same thing, so I get it. You no longer feel like there's a spiritual connection in any way, shape, or form. Judgment came in with the Hierophant. This could be a Virgo. So I feel like some of you basically are walking away from what no longer serves you. I feel like you're not really listening to what others have to say. I think you're following more the divine, because you're realizing that other people, yeah, want to do nothing but cause conflict within a situation, right? And we're no longer passionate about people that are no longer passionate about us. Good job, Sag. I'm so fucking stoked. You guys realize what this means? You are fucking fire signs, my love. You are the most hardest, I'm so excited I can't even talk, karmic sign for us to be able to, I mean, just fire signs in general are the hardest karmic signs to actually, you guys tend to be the most stubborn. You know what? Fire signs are. It is what it is. But you know what? That does mean, not usually, that means when you guys actually break through karmic title, what was I trying to say? When you guys are breaking through karmic cycles and or patterns with yourself, you guys basically are, yeah, you're kicking ass and taking names. But when you do have to do that, yeah. When you guys do have to do that, often enough, it's really, 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 really hard for you, especially if you have water and or any sort of scorpionic placement in your chart, because of the fact that you guys are inevitably the hardest on yourself than you will be with anyone. So just really paying attention to that. It looks like we have a retreat. The divine is recommending that in order for you to make a plan and move forward with what you want to do, it recommends that you retreat first. What else does Spirit recommend for Sagittarius? Keep your commitments and continue to keep your commitments. Continue to push your follow through. Spirit is really guiding you, so that really means something like that. You doing that is really going to do something beneficial for you as an individual, not for anyone else other than you. Grieve your losses, which is exactly what you're doing, Sag. This energy is complete transformation. Sagittarius, I will say though, Spirit is wanting me to let you guys know that since this is happening, you guys are gonna have to deal with this struggle for a while, kind of like an addict would, just like we would our shadows. The reason is because of the fact you guys are karmic signs. You guys can be stubborn and holding old stubborn patterns, right? Because you get really stubborn, right? And then we get super, so this is fire signs, it's general, but Sag, you guys are, you know what I'm talking about. You get super stubborn on what you know works for you because you've experienced it and it works. But sometimes we can be so stubbornly strong on holding things together that we don't also know when to release them, when they're bad for us, and when not to focus on them. And Sag, from what the cards are showing me right now, you're making a transformation, which is literally changing you individually one step at a time. It's really breaking down essentially the way you connect with Spirit, maybe the way you look at things, maybe the way you're motivating yourself, whatever it is. Maybe you're taking small steps that are making a huge difference. But there is definitely something that Spirit is saying, that you need to continue to grieve your losses, continue to accept the fact that you cannot change things. Don't make judgments on things that you don't understand. Also, Sagittarius, I think you're learning that it's more important to sit and talk to people than to make assumptions and or to listen to people that really don't do you any justice, Sag. I think you're kind of looking at it like this. Okay. Okay, Spirit. Okay, so Spirit is telling me that some of you are doing this, some of you are not. Make no judgments is for some of you. Some masculine Sagittarius, and obviously this is, Spirit's telling me this is someone that some other Sagittariuses are still listening to other people. And they're making their love based on that. So for those people, I really, really, really recommend you listen to Spirit. You have friends that are not the best people around you. That card came out, but I put it back in because I didn't know what it was for. So I don't think all of you are doing the wrong thing. I just think that we're being reminded by Spirit, right, to stay consistent, okay? Count Your Blessings came out. So continuing to count your blessings and doing what you're doing. I think in the past, Spirit is saying that you maybe kind of made judgments based on what you understood or what you knew, and you weren't necessarily counting your blessings and understanding your blessings. I think Spirit is saying you're understanding on how to engage on a higher reason and a higher understanding that we don't always know things and we shouldn't always be so hard on ourselves. And we need to continue to, in order for us to bust out a cocoon, we need to understand and respect the fact that we make responses and reactions based on what we know. And that doesn't mean necessarily that we're a bad person and we're doing something wrong. Sometimes that just means we're stuck. And I feel like we're finally growing and breaking out of that pattern. Spirit is saying that it's going to be really easy for you, Sagittarius, because of the fact you're so stubborn, to go back to your old habits. But Spirit is saying you are making the steps you're making, so keep doing what you're doing, okay? Okay, so the stuff that we're going to be holding on to is going to be us still holding on to our losses and things that we've lost. Again, for those Sagittariuses that choose to walk away from things but never had that closure, you are not the one I'm talking to. The Sagittariuses that have done a good job have created their closure. They have not left with voices not being spoken. What does that mean? That means they left doing what they needed to do for them. There'd already been closure, and there is still and or isn't communication any further, but the communication was ended within a way it should be. This is not for Sagittarius that choose to walk away from things and not close within communication. In other words, ghosting brings karmic cycles. Accepting disappointment gracefully, we realize that when we realize that, Sagittarius, again, this is Spirit reiterating, this is not for people that have ghosted. Some Pisces and Sagittarius do like to step away from confrontation. Totally get it, but sometimes it's not always best for us. So with this being said, Spirit is reminding us that we need to continue to accept disappointments gratefully, move forward, know that Spirit has our back, even though it doesn't always feel like it. Express your joy to the people that you actually care about. Again, make sure that we do not have any friends or people that are trying to talk negatively about us, especially the ones that basically want what we have, right? So Spirit is saying continue to move forward and do what you need to do, okay? Grieving your losses came out twice. Let's get one card for grieving our losses. Okay, so Spirit is saying if you ever hit days where you're not, and or times, and or Sag is still in your mind, you're not accepting what's already dead, and or the contemplation comes through your mind, like you think about it every now and then. Reason is Spirit's saying is you need to start imagining solutions to fix your problem and to start doing what you love. So in other words, this is Spirit really urging you and pushing you to really consider opening new interests and hobbies. I always recommend starting by things that you might have given up at one point of your life. Often enough, these are things that we've given up on because not that we wanted to. Life just gets too busy and or crazy and or et cetera, et cetera. So starting kind of those things back over again is going to be something that's going to be really good for us. Sorry guys, my face is a mess because of these masks. They've destroyed my skin. So deal with it. It's my fault. I don't wear makeup. And then I went out and then I wore makeup and put a mask on and I destroyed my face. It could be someone else doing some magic on me, but Spirit's like, that's just like, if that's all you get from magic, then exactly, Spirit, thank you. Facing your shadow, facing the fact that you don't always know that you don't always know who's around you. You don't always make the best choices. Trusting yourself on 1 to 2 to maybe a couple people that literally have been your dire rides. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. The people that are your dire rides, Spirit wants you to know, those are going to be the people that help you count your blessings. They're going to be the people that remind you what was important to you when they said. So in other words, if this person said, oh my gosh, I've never seen, or I want to be that adorable couple that you are, and then they turn around and try to be with the person that they're talking about, even though they said that, that's obviously your shadow, and that's not someone you should have in your life. Count your blessings, in other words, and be open to love. So if you can't count your blessings because you have people around you that don't want to see you happy and love, you're not ever going to be able to find that love. Period. Why? Because you're not going to have people around you that really want you to succeed and or be successful. A, whether they're not, whether B, whether they're just bored in life and they don't know how to fix and evolve. I don't know. There's a million different reasons we could sit and write a fucking book about it on why these people don't want you to be successful. Sometimes you get the other people that just don't care. Those are the best kind of people, right? It's like at least they just don't really care about what's going on. They more just want to be there emotionally for you. So with that being said, just continue to count your blessings. When you're facing your shadow, it's really, really important to recognize your blessings because that is always what's going to make you realize that it's your shadow. So anytime you get that trigger where it's like, I want to be really hard on myself, remember that that is your shadow that's triggering you. And the easiest way to calm down your shadow is to say, I get that, but at the end of the day, I have a lot of blessings, so I'm going to move forward amongst my days, showing the divine universe and myself and the people I care about that these inevitably are my blessings. And I'm very, 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 sorry, that's a birthmark too on my face. I got a lot of shit on my face. It is what it is. Continue to remember to be open to that. Also, continue to be open and loving and be open to love. Why? Because it's also going to allow you to evolve and be the best version of yourself. Go for your dreams, making sure that you're centered around people that are going to help encourage you to go through your dreams. Spirit, is there any more messages that I need for Sagittarius? Sagittarius, keep holding this, babe. Keep holding this. Some of you could be taking too many breaks and or taking too many breaks. You need to look forward and keep moving. If you're going back and talking about something of the past, just really be cautious. Spirit's really encouraging you, Sagittarius, and or people that have Sag in their chart, which means it's going to be your moon, rising, Venus, or North Node, etc. We'll move on. Venus sways for me personally. I usually go off the sun, moon, rising as a reader, but do what you will. You need to look forward. For people that have do not take breaks if you know that you're not out of the rut. And you need to look forward. So if there are people from your past that have tried holding you down, holding lies, and or trying to impact your life in a negative way, you need to continue to look forward and do what's best for you. And you also need to have faith. Why? Where did that card go, Spirit? And okay, Spirit says shuffle. Have faith on everything that you're doing, like you are. If that card came out, that is Spirit just letting you know this reading is absolutely for you. Continue to accept what's dying while you're moving on with this new faith endeavor. Be the love of service, meaning being the loving care bearer you are. I just got goosebumps. That's awesome. Being the loving care bearer that you are, making sure that you're continuing to love yourself, loving others, accept the fact that we cannot change others. We cannot help the way that they respond. We cannot help them understand us. We can only help to understand ourselves. Once we understand ourselves better, we're going to be able to explain to people who we are, what we need, what we lack, etc., etc., etc. Okay? Okay. Last but not least, do something different. I do think that you are really cusping this, so I think Divine's wanting this message to come out because it's, say no to not doing what you need to do for you, period, okay? Tune out any distractions and or any people that are not saying you're doing amazing, whatever you want is perfect, and you deserve it, period. If you have anyone around you that's like, yeah, that person, so-and-so, that you really need to take a look in the mirror, because if someone's saying those kind of things and not focusing on the positive things they have around them, they're too busy talking about you and the negative things you've had around you, what you've dealt with. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, okay, so what do you have to say that's positive, friend? Right? Just be aware of that. There's a lot of jealous people in this world. That is for fucking sure. Here's your wake-up call. I don't know what else to say, but here is your wake-up call. Keep doing what you're doing, Sag. I swear, please, please, please. If you don't do this, you essentially might reverse and go into Saturn, and that would really, really, really worry me because you guys are doing so, so well. Be decisive. All you have to do, Spirit says, is continue to meet your commitments, to be decisive, and to reevaluate your priorities. When you do these things and you realize I have to do this because of this, this, and this, there you go. There's your answer. You don't give yourself a choice because you know in order to do these things, I have to live this way. Why? Because I know me and I am the same as the whole world, and it is that easy for us all to get on autopilot. Okay? Okay. And then also, last but not least, if you're having any problems with anyone, you really need to reflect on your truth. What truly is impacting you? What truly is hurting you? And then go for your dreams. Make that your focus. And ask with sincerity to be around the people that you truly want to be around. Do not ask your friends who you should be around, period. Don't ask your family who you should be around, period. You know. You're the one having to deal with all the family trauma and friend trauma of others. Plus, you never know. Maybe that bro code, ho code, like, ooh, I just heard Libra code, ooh. I'm going there. Do all things in moderation. In other words, you should be doing that, right? If you're not balanced. And then you're probably hanging around people that aren't balanced. And of course, they're going to tell you, oh my gosh, I don't even want to hear this story, Spirit. Leave me alone, please. Move forward and do what you need to do for you. That's all I'm going to say. Period. I got to clear this energy and go. Bomb ass reading. Amen to all the Sages that are kicking ass and taking names. So fucking proud of you guys right now. And I really hope the best for everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Peace and goodbye.